in this time. I hope that I can explain you also a little bit more about the questions that were arised during this debate with students from Burattino. I had this quite exciting but also difficult task to make a summary of impact of a project that took place in 5 different countries, in 5 different contexts, but had the same objectives and the same activities. As we said before, I will try to resume once again. Yes. We worked with a group of students from 12 to 24 students in each school that were or from one class or from some classes. We made the first 3-day camp. Then we had one workshop weekly during 4 months. And then we make forum theater performance for the school and sometimes also in other places. I'm a researcher and sociologist. It's one of my backgrounds. On the other background, I am also a drama trainer, so I have these both sides. And for sure, it will influence also the way that I'm observing it. What we made in this project, it was a real challenge and a real adventure. One of participants said at the end, because I knew that you were really interested about what people were saying who participated in it, that in this kind of project you learn a lot more than in regular classes, because it talks about regular life. What I would like to present to you is how exactly the person who are involved in this project, what they think about it, what in their opinion changed in their life, what they want to remember, what want to remember the participants, but also the teacher who are involved in it. Because in each of these 5 schools, we had one drama leader from exterior, from an NGO who came, but also one teacher from this school who was co-animating these workshops, who participated in it, who learned also from this experience. In each country, we made research to learn what it gives to participants, to teachers, to drama leaders, but also to the spectators of forum theater. The idea, in each country we made a case study about this concrete experience of these concrete persons. We used different kind of tools. We used the common surveys that was carried out at the beginning and at the end of workshops. We used observation during these regular workshops and during forum theater performance. Sometimes we use all these tools was completed by interviews, focus interviews or individuals ones. At the beginning, in all our 5 group was present in the group, it was certain distrust. Distrust because, as explained, participants and teachers, it was it was certain distress in the school, as we said before, that is it worthy to go to school? Is it worthy to do something that we do in school? Is it worthy to cooperate with an adult in the school, with a teacher, with anyone else? Could they really propose something that could be useful? It was the first challenge. Other challenge was division between boys and girls, division between Roma and non-Roma pupils, division between migrants and non-migrants. In each of our groups, we have some students that had different cultural backgrounds. Other challenge, it was verbal violence that arose easily, as there were a lot of rivalry. We know that in schools nowadays, in all our countries, there is a lot of rivalry. It's not really about cooperation, it's more about rivalization. That's maybe why also some of students that came on the workshop were shy, and for some of them it was difficult to express what they wanted to do. During the process, we saw that the challenges were overcome. One of students said at the end, "I think we show more solidarity with each other." Another one, "I feel that we are more united." What was important for them is that they were able in all countries to create an interesting performance, to cooperate with each other on the stage. I hope you will see also for theater performance what it is about. But for them it was important to talk about the matters important for them, as Fórum Theater was based on their personal experience, personal stories. It was about what they wanted to bring on it. They arrived to discover some hidden talents in the group. And as a lot of Buratino students say, they developed these communication skills. But what does it, I tried to find some concrete examples to illustrate what does it mean developing communication skills. They learned to give feedback. At the beginning of work, what some of our observers observed, it was that they didn't really give feedback, they just said, "I like" or "I don't like" or "you are an idiot," as a general frame. During drama workshop, they learned to tell in more concrete way what they like in a way that someone performs something, what they don't like, what other idea they had. They learned to share personal stories as the performance was based on it. They became more conscious of non-verbal communication, what helped also to diminish, to make it less violent. They learned to listen to each other thanks to drama games. What was now what I make you see, it's what was the most important for them, what they discovered during the workshop, and what they want to remember for the future. It was about how to build relationships, that there is always someone that can help me. That was one of participants who wrote it. That we can get closer and listen each other. Another, it was inspiration for development. You try and you make mistakes, but you can reach your goal anyway. That's something that is not always present in our schools, and it was present in this workshop. The empty mind helped to learn better, new horizons open, and helped you to improve personally. Then, as they cooperate a lot, they spoke also about this cooperation and mutual inspiration, that other people can have also great ideas and share them. What they want to remember also is the time they spent together. We spoke during this conference already about this notion of time, that in school sometimes it's this question of efficient of time, and then they have time to have fun, for pleasure, and this calm, quiet rhythm of work, it was something that they want to remember for the future. Also, the performance on itself was important for them, but I will speak more about it next. The teachers. As I said, in each school there were teachers involved. We have this chance that some of those teachers are here with us and still continue this adventure. They said that they discovered drama methods at games, they learned more about early school living, and they learned more about students and interest, how to get them, what makes them cooperate, how can they continue to cooperate with them. It gives also them some inspiration for future work. Forum theater. As I said before, forum theater was a challenge for all groups. They were feared that nobody will listen to us, that we will not improve, or that the person will not listen what they want to say. They were afraid that someone will laugh at them. But finally, after the performance, they had an enormous success and it was meaningful for them. Forum theater was a kind of mirror for the whole school. As the students itself bring the stories, sometimes the stories that all the people knows but are not named like that. For some people in the audience, it was sometimes not easy, because sometimes it's not easy to look at the mirror and to see what it means. So there were, and for students and for teachers also, sometimes it was not easy to watch this forum with all this story that was brought by participants. What was interesting is that in each of these 5 countries, forum theater was based on improvisation of stories. So, well, I had thought that it would be different, but it seemed that some scenes were nearly the same. For example, in 4 of our 5 countries, there were a scene with the teacher who was how do you say it? Who interrogated a student and wanted him to come and to answer the question, but student or was unprepared or wasn't able to answer all these questions because they were posed so fast. And teacher or judged him or attacked him. In forum theater performance, audience could come and change this situation. So there were a lot of intervention in all those 4 countries. But it was nearly the same scene. I wanted to underline it. In all our countries, even if we say that it's different, but our school is nearly the same, it seems. So here you can see some examples. One of students make appeal to the rules. Others try to involve parents and bring them to school to speak with teachers. Another one proposed the teacher to be examined once again another day, or to ask headmaster to intervene against the teacher. There were also some strategies concerned ask for help. I can do it, could you help me please? Or to make some cooperation, so involve whole class in the situation. So a person who intervened asked, does someone from class understand this issue? Well, no. So maybe we can revise it all together. There were also some untypical solutions. There were also the question of the rules. We said that some of us would like to change the rules. In our scene, we had also this question of rules. And one of the persons who intervened said that, well, if rules are the rules, and if it's like that, we have to change the rules. What seems important for me, it was that it was one of person in public that didn't participate in the whole workshop reflection. He just came on stage and make it. Good question. Forum theater, with all this intervention, will it change something in real life? It gives a space to see, as in the mirror. It gives a space to think that there are a lot of possibilities. Then what we discover and what we discuss is that finally it gives a space to think about the solutions, and then it's the space to make something happen. It gives for sure a lot for, as I said before, for participants and for teachers. Then what it seems important for all of our partners is the cooperation with the whole school and not only with one teacher or one pupil. If we want to make a big change, it's the question who is involved in and how can we get together to change it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Marta.